Yo.
Wasn't ready. I wasn't ready.
I know. You bring it over there, bringing sexy back.
I was.
I'm gonna need you to get to work, sis. How about that? How about that?
What's up, everybody? Hey.
What's good?
That is too funny.
Welcome to Running with Scissors. I am your girl, Michelle with the 1L.
Yo, we gotta get
Your
this.
Penny.
I'm Ezel Moon. I'm here. My dear.
I'm RG. And I guess last but what's supposed to be least was supposed to be her. Her over there.
Funny. Be like, and I'm Penny. You guys are funny. I guess that would be nice if we had like a designated order. But I never know which way these screens are gonna pop up. So I'll just be like, okay, we're gonna see how this works.
You know what? That is a good point because I just randomly click them. So I guess I should kind of figure that thing out.
Man, right? Designated seats.
Yeah, like who? Yeah, like assigned seats. I'm with it. I'm with the assigned seats.
Right? Everybody already know where their favorite person is. Like, all right, I know which way to focus my eyes.
Right.
Fair enough.
Well, we gotta let I see the chat is already popping real quick. What's up? Shout out to the chat, Kenya, Tanya, Wayne, everybody. Y'all chats is popping on y'all side.
Let's see. Let me take a peek. No one's put it up yet, but they'll be in. Like Instagram shout out.
Soon enough.
Yeah.
But tonight's show, we have a real serious topic that we're talking about tonight.
Yep.
So we're gonna get down to the business. And the topic tonight is abuse, recognizing emotional abuse traits and warning signs. That's real serious. And we're gonna give y'all some information. We're gonna talk about some things.
Wait. Don't you start talking crazy, dog. I'm looking at you. I'm looking at
I already see him. He already gave me round up.
Stop. You can't say it's gonna be real serious.
Because it is. We're gonna say that. We're gonna put it out there.
It's a real serious topic, everybody. So we're gonna break it down. This is a real serious topic. Hey, look, I'm gonna bust out laughing every time. Like,
I mean, listen, there's humor. We can find humor in a lot of things, but there's no humor in everything.
Yeah, you're right. Trust me. It's not the topic. It's just like how you set it up.
Oh, how I said it.
Yeah, you can't
set him up
like
fail,
this is a serious topic. I'm gonna bust out. Like, I'm not the one friend you're gonna want to look at.
We're gonna let everybody buckle up for the ride. But before we even get to the topic, we got some things to do.
For sure.
And before we get to it, let's hit that intro. And we are back.
Yeah.
I don't know why I like to say that. And we are back.
We're back. That's right. Announcer voice in the building.
Right.
So, Ezel.
Dog. Y'all even want to launch into how y'all weeks was before I go into this wild story?
Everybody's weeks has been good.
Right.
How about this? You just come in here looking tired. What you been doing?
Man, busy in these streets.
Working.
In these streets?
Nah, man, the streets ain't got nothing for me at this point in time. But I've just been working, man. That's all it is. But everything's gonna be all right. We just gotta keep on progressing forward. I'm gonna be in Detroit in August though. So
say less. We in there.
Yeah, for sure. So I gotta make sure I let you know that. But yeah, no, I'm working. Yeah, go ahead and play my theme music, man.
Which one?
The one with the.
Because he got like two of them, like the one, like the Shaft one when he walks around, and then it's the one we got on the show. Which one?
The one on the show.
Okay, got it. Fine. I've been wanting to play that Shaft intro ever since I met you. Damn it.
That's funny, man.
Crap I seen on the internet.
Topic.
What you got, E?
Man, segregate my internet. That's just start off with again. I'm on the third time just saying this, and I really want to. I mean it. So tell me why, as I'm perusing online, I see this guy. He's making a fake, making it look like he's getting some good guac 3000, but apparently it's not a real person. And then his girlfriend comes in and tell me why she immediately cracks a glass bottle over his head. Now, mind you, the prank in of itself is disturbing, but her immediate reaction to crack a glass bottle over his head was just and then the wild part is he's like, well, you mean to tell me that your immediate thing was to crack a bottle on my head? And she's like, well, you shouldn't have been playing. And she's still looking under the cover to make sure that it's not another thing. I say, yo, look, dog. If I ain't seen somebody's insecurities ring louder through a cell phone screen, that was one of the moments, dog. That was a wild thing to witness. Hitting somebody over the head with a bot? No.
Hey, some people are not to be played with, dog. For real. You know your girl might hurt.
Exactly.
Why play with her? We already talked about abuse.
You can't play with everybody.
I don't agree with that. Like, if you know your girl,
I don't want to get with everybody.
Why would I want to do? And this is exactly why I live the lifestyle I live. Because why would I want to deal with somebody who will be so volatile enough to hit me over the head? I don't want to get to know you. I'm gonna get this little bit of time I got with you and call it a day. Because what? Hitting him over the head with a bottle over a prank.
Okay, I don't condone violence in any form, but you got to know who you're playing with before you start playing with them, because everybody ain't about that life.
Look, PTSD is real.
Okay, so
PTSD is real. I can't believe that. I can't believe I listen. PTSD is let that have been the other way around, and a grown man have cracked a bottle over the head of a woman. Dog, we wouldn't be sitting up here talking about PTSD is real. We'd be like, bro, that man need to go to jail.
No, some folks would be like, they gonna look at her like she's crazy. Yeah, it's gonna be like you.
No discrimination on who
it's like you ain't know
violence.
Do not press go. Do not collect $200.
Anybody that crosses your room and busts a bottle over somebody's head needs to be reprimanded in some type of way, prank or not. But my point is, stop playing with people. Stop playing with people. Don't prank me like that. Because
I can't stand games.
People have gotten hurt, shot, killed over pranks.
Yeah. Over jokes.
Over jokes.
Don't get me
because
wrong.
Everybody's not joking.
Of course. Don't get me wrong. Like I said, yes, some of these, these situations that people bring into videotape, whatever.
Social media, right?
They're not, they are not ideal. And honestly, they can lead to some dire consequences. But for something like that, which is an in-home, which is an in-house situation, dog, it's not like he ran into like a crowded area, screamed out fire. Like he was at home cheating on his girl. What the fuck is the big deal? Like, what do you mean?
He was a bottle, not a gun.
get some head, and that was it. Like, what are you talking about?
In the house that they
share.
share.
For that. But how many times women did the exact same thing while even on the phone talking to the dude, or dude walked in as old dude climbed out the window, or he walked in on it happening. I literally saw another video where a guy came in to the room, cut the light on. His wife was in there going ham with dude, right? And all he did was ask for a divorce, put the key on the counter, said I want to keep my daughter, and I'm gonna just use this video as evidence to the court. I'm gone. And he left. But she over here cracking about it, and we over here really justifying this. Well, man, no sense.
No. There's no
on,
justification at all about this.
Yeah, no one's saying that.
No one's justifying. All I'm saying is that stop playing with people. Not saying that
saying stop playing with people.
No, let me finish. Stop playing with people on both sides of the equation. They were both wrong. That's how I feel. She was wrong for reacting to a situation as emotional as she did. He was wrong for playing. Don't stop playing with people. Because again, you don't know what they're dealing with emotionally and mentally.
Okay, today might be the day.
Today might be the day.
Some people don't need to be in relationships.
Well, you know what? You might be right.
Because I do not like.
It's never okay.
It's never man. Because we go, especially when if our main topic today, all forms of abuse are just wrong, man.
It is. It absolutely is. And busting somebody over the head with a bottle because you think they're cheating is absolutely wrong.
Indeed.
It's absolutely wrong.
It's one of those things recognizing that that's foul. Either way it goes, whether it's guy or girl. So I will acknowledge that. So at least people are now saying
I don't think it's recognized enough when it comes to like women doing heinous stuff to men. Like, because we still live in a day and age where we can literally, where we'll say the first thing that our first response to somebody, a woman hitting a man over the head with a bottle is, I mean, people got PTSD. I mean, it's just you know what I'm saying? Stop playing with people.
Somebody trying to bring up old stuff. I see.
You triggered. You triggered.
Somebody trying to bring up old stuff up here.
I'm telling you, if a man did the exact same thing, the very first outcry for all of us is he needs to go under the jail. Are you kidding me?
Well, next time you present a scenario, why don't you try using the man as the aggressor and see how we feel about it? You would have got the same response.
No, I wouldn't.
See, you're assuming that because for me, it doesn't matter.
It would have been like he got to go to jail. Is he in jail?
I don't agree. Well, now what you're doing is you're projecting.
Sometimes
we got a lot of psychologists. Okay.
Because my response was for man and woman.
And mine too.
Like it's not okay. It's not okay to play
at all.
It's not okay to react like not accordingly. It's like, come on now, that was your first response. That's not okay at all.
That's not okay.
Hey, look, don't take her back. Like you didn't see that coming. I'm sure he knew he had a crazy one.
That she would take you. That's my point.
Why would you do that? Like, no.
And if your spouse or domestic partner is crazy and they might harm you, call this number. It's right here.
Very much
Don't be shy.
800-799-7233.
That's right.
Don't play with it. And go and save yourself.
Arrive alive, y'all. Stop playing with it.
Hey, look, as long as folks got jobs, I'll be like, why are you waiting for them to get home from work? Why are you still at home? Leave. Like, leave.
Stockholm syndrome is real too.
Because when you think about when you involve the cops and folks that have been in abusive situations, understand. It's just like when the kids go missing. If they're not missing for 48 hours, they don't care. Don't get reported. When you live with somebody, they are a resident in your home. If they've been there more than 30 days, they will not kick them out. They will not leave. So even with the phone call, if they got the keys to the house, the cops ain't coming. So you need to be able to protect yourself first. You know they was crazy. You know that there was some questions, some red flags. Get out of there.
So for him, it was a joke.
Paperwork and cover yourself.
Absolutely.
In silence. If you got somebody that's crazy, you can already go down to the courthouse and have that 30 days working. before even something happens, because the cops will wait till something happens. I think I'm in danger is not enough for the cops to do anything. And that's the truth. And it's a shame. You have to actually get hurt.
It's reactive.
And that's for both men and women. And with men, they'll try to laugh in your face. Like, oh, you can't take her out.
And that literally just solidifies what the point I was making earlier.
That's true.
The views on how men deal with abuse versus how women deal with abuse is going to always be skewed. Like, it's like for men, it's like, oh, I mean, she hitting you? Would you go to the gym? You know what I mean? Oh, she threw something at you? These ladies, or, you know, like, it's laughed off, it's dismissed, whereas, no, it's an actual thing. Like, it's dudes out here that are literally reliving, and this is somebody else's story that I know dearly, reliving childhood trauma because they were being abused by their mother, right? And now they're being they take that in an abusive relationship with the woman, and all it does is it just literally hinders the growth of that person, the evolution of that person. I'm gonna tell you right now, this is exactly why. Like I said, 2 weeks.
See, good gracious.
2 weeks.
No,
that 2 weeks could lead
a
bottle upside your head.
Hey, look, that 2 weeks is dangerous.
Because
2 weeks could be dangerous.
Right, the 2 weeks is still dangerous because infatuation leads to stalkers and extreme detachment.
Yes.
And you think about gambling. Think about it this way: it's one thing to just 2 weeks and then we're gonna be done. But you got to think about how many times you are gambling. How many 2-week intervals in a year? How many times are you coming towards a dangerous situation?
It's 52. It's 26. That's 26.
That's
women.
a lot.
That's 26 women maximum. And
that's a lot of gambling.
Actually, 26. That's between. I say mine is between 20 and 30 because of the fact that sometimes you don't even make it to 2 weeks, and that's why it makes sense. Don't know. No. You know what? Don't nobody
I got a question.
Need to be in a relationship.
I got a question. So how do you keep up with people? You got like a logbook because somebody steal your stuff. How do you know which person stole your stuff? So you got like a logbook, you got like a thumbprint recognition. How do you keep up with this?
RG, who for the steal?
I don't know.
Well, I don't date
bi-weekly. I don't date bi-weekly, bro. That's what I'm asking you.
You know how this goes.
You got more days than paychecks in this.
You know how that goes. Look, I'm from the South.
More days than paychecks is funny.
No.
Telling somebody up front that this is only going telling someone up front that this is only going to be a 2-week thing.
He done lost a jacket.
Are you telling them up front that it's only 2 weeks?
He's pretty honest.
Hey, look,
he seems to be pretty honest about this.
Listen, this ain't. I just want to be very clear. I don't want nothing serious, and honestly, this should be over within 2 weeks.
Hey, look,
surprised.
Beforehand, he was talking about breaking up a 20-year relationship because he found out that he was dealing with a high roller. You dating high rollers on a regular basis if they are accepting this nonsense. I'm just letting you know that. You dealing with
you talk about high rollers.
Yes.
You talk about the ones
if they're saying to 2 weeks, they probably rolling pretty high.
Those the ones that be with it. You talking about, man? I know people that own neighborhoods. 2 weeks is a lot for them, and these people own neighborhoods, real estate all over.
No, when I say high rollers, I'm talking about their sexual member count. Okay.
Oh, well,
because in the relationship, when we were talking about that with the last show, when you found out that homie had a very strenuous past, it was like, no, I'm gone. But I'm like, you dealing with those kind of people when they saying yes to 2 weeks.
Listen, let me tell you something. Exactly. That's why I'm able to be so easily be like, I'm gone. We don't have to do this on a regular basis. We don't have to do this on a daily basis. We don't have to do this past. Listen, I do. When I get in, I get out, man. I do what I gotta do.
And look, that's enough to come back with something being like, oop, he left with presents.
No.
I was just thinking that, like, hey, dog.
Get in and get out.
Just be careful, dog. That's what I'm gonna tell you. Just be careful.
For sure.
And now be careful with the emotions of women and yours as well. You need to
Clearly, because y'all apparently women just cracking bottles over people's heads.
Yeah, that's emotional.
And they're able to get away with
it. That's a very unemotional, intelligent person. I don't even know if what I just said makes sense, but I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
There was no emotional intelligence there. She is a highly emotional woman. That is not the shits. Okay, and I don't feel like anybody should play with someone in that way. Like, to me, joking that you're cheating on your partner is not okay.
I'm sure he knew that she was like that. And I don't know, I'm sure folks don't snap like that without having some type of red flag and warning signs. Like, you kind of know what kind of people that you deal with. They don't just all of a sudden just go from like, I'm just so sweet, to grabbing bottles.
And the fact that you saw it on the internet, dude was trying to get a viral moment and he got it.
What he got was a concussion, actually.
That's what he got. The fact that he got all his hair, boy, that would have been, that would have been it for him. Like, I'm so serious, y'all.
Now, what if what if the gun was in place of a bottle?
What if it was a gun instead of a bottle?
Now he's dead.
Then
we would have seen the video.
Y'all been like,
there's no
justification. If it was live,
you can say that it's justification, but the rest of the world is not.
The first thing
we said is, because that's the truth. Stop playing with people, and it's not a justification. But she was wrong for her reaction. Because had she shot him, she would have gone. She's going to jail.
Straight to jail. Period.
Go to jail, all for somebody playing with her. Look at that.
She's dangerous and easily triggered. She's dangerous. She needs to go straight to jail. But this is a good example of stop trying to capture viral moments. Like, it's not okay. It's not funny, and it follows you, and it is dangerous. Like, folks is really trying to get likes and stuff for dumb stuff. This is dangerous. Because I agree, if that was a gun instead of a bottle, if he went live, we just murdered his dad. We just watched it. It was live in color, and we can rewind, and it's not okay. Like, for just attention, people.
That's not cool.
A lot of people that end up in these kind of relationships, like you said, you got men and women where they saw it at home. Their parents did it to them. Mm-hmm. It goes a couple generations. Like, they think that this is normal chaos. We live and we accept it because we're used to it. That don't mean it's healthy. And then when you're in a real bad situation, the bull crap that's minimal, you accept it because at least it's better than what it used to be. No, abuse is still abuse. Don't engage your chaos to something that was worth. If you have to actually say, well, at least it's not that bad, you still in some crap. Like, you need to really see that. Like, it's still pretty bad. Don't accept it because that's not gonna work. So he got issues and she got issues.
I would say that to anybody. I'm at the stage in my life where a good joke, we kiki. But I'm not saying I'm gonna be a person. I ain't busting those bottles up. I'm leaving you alone because you play too much. I'm not. We're not doing that. So don't. A joke is a joke. But when you're playing with somebody's emotions, it's not funny no more.
Yeah.
So, and whether she hit him over the head with the bottle or not, the fact that she did was completely out of control. But so to say that she did not hit him over the head with the bottle and she just went into this emotional place that took her somewhere that she's crying, she's hysterical because she's thinking her dude did something to her. All of that over a prank. So either way,
he's still wrong,
y'all. What would you like when you care about somebody, even if you're just cool with them? Would you even do that? Like, would that even be something you would like? Would you want them to think that you are unfaithful? That why
would I set my man up to think that he's walking into a situation where I'm cheating on him? Like, why would I do that?
Because that's manipulative and some.
Hello.
Like, why would you even do that?
If we already as men getting manipulated by women in other parts of the relationship, why can't I get a prank or two off?
Well, we're not talking about a tit for tat situation. We're just talking about manipulation, period. Whoever's getting manipulated, whether it be the man or the woman, this is not a one-sided thing here.
There's something that you just don't do.
You just presented as was one side, like, okay, well, why would you want your partner to, in fact, feel this way? Well, I mean, if there are other times prior to this relationship where she's made me feel a ways, well, guess what? You're gonna have to feel a ways too. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
but that's when you just need to be like, get out. It's like,
that's what he's
why would you want to spend time in a relationship with petty.
Well, maybe the relationship is worth it to me. Maybe I don't want.
It's worth being petty and causing chaos. That's not healthy at all.
That's not healthy.
That's not how you encourage growth.
I'm not saying
that's
like
definitely not how you
saying to the point where it's like.
That's definitely not how you start putting names on deeds and sharing bank accounts with folks you're trying to be petty with. You know what I'm saying? Like, let me clear your account.
But you can be petty with y'all. Y'all can be petty. You can be petty with your significant other, and they know. And you still maintain a healthy and functional relationship. What are we talking about here?
No,
we're talking about the difference between healthy and dysfunctional, because people
you can have a healthy, functional relationship. You mean to tell me that you can't have a healthy, functional relationship with your significant other because y'all be petty every now and again?
If you want to like take his juice out the fridge, or you want to put your finger in her sandwich so that she can freak out about it, fine.
No.
You're doing something. But
with your partner
is making them feel less worth,
right,
disrespecting them, making them feel like you done stepped out on them. That's not healthy. That's
abuse. Recognizing emotional abuse traits and warning signs. Being petty with your partner is manipulation.
Yep, we got a list that we're going to talk about.
Yes, it is. Why do you have to be petty with your partner instead of having a conversation to let your partner know that something is bothering you?
Well, because I'm going to put some soap in. If you are my significant other, you should already have a certain level. After time has been, mind you, after time has been spent. I'm not saying like, oh, you just jumped in or you doing what I do. I'm talking about an actual relationship. Let's say even after a couple of months or even longer, right? Because it's an established one. Dog, if we like years in. And yes, there are times where I'm petty, there are times when you petty. It's because we have built levels of expectations from one another that make actual sense. Yes, I'm hungry when I got back home. What are you talking about?
Give me an example of petty.
Good question.
You went out to go. You went out to go get food. You ain't bring me nothing back, so I just did the same thing.
Okay, this is why that's dysfunctional.
That's
petty.
And you think that's healthy.
Look,
that's petty, dog. That's just somewhere in that we gotta break it off because of that. Hey, dog, that made no sense.
Exactly. If you did it, I'm gonna say to you, Zell, if you did it once, let's say it happened once, because sometimes
you knew I was hungry too.
No, you can pick and choose your battles. Right? No,
why'd you fix your ass something to eat?
Your battles, and there are sometimes
because hold on. Because I have certain expectations of you, the same way that you would have certain expectations of me. If I know for a fact you went to go get food and you ain't bring me nothing back, and then I go, bro, I'm going to your favorite restaurant. I'm finna sit in there, order that crawfish that you like, order me a nice Long Island, eat, drink, be merry, and I'm going to come back home and with little stains on my mouth and everything. Have you
paused, by the way?
Where you been at? Your favorite restaurant.
My dude come in the house.
No.
If it happened, let's say it happened just one time each, right? Like you saw a cause and effect. You pick and choose your battles. You don't have to argue and fight about everything. And sometimes military silence is golden because you can show somebody how it feels by actually doing it. Yes.
Penny, you said something there that was so profound.
You feel left out. You feel like
I don't feel like I have to do that because he knew that coming through the door with some food and I'm sitting there was going to make me feel some type of way.
Check this out.
I'm gonna tell his ass that was foul. And why would you do that?
Penny said something so profound. She said, "You pick and choose your battles. You don't got to argue or fight every time." You right. Guess what? I'm not gonna fight with you about going out to eat without me. I'm finna just go get some your favorite food, dog. The stuff that you love, and you's not getting a morsel of crumb. Man, go to commercial before I lose my patience.
It still shows if you did it one time as trying to prove a point, that's one thing. But when it's repetitive, like you keep looking for bigger and bigger ways to escalate to the pettiness, that's not healthy because the first sign is like, well, maybe this person may not care about me the way that I think. You know what I'm saying? Because that's rude and it's inconsiderate.
I have worked that Ezel just went to a restaurant and brought food back without his woman. I'm just saying. I just heard
because the first thing is, why would you even come home after you've gotten food and didn't consider me. So now I got to look at that like, well, what's up with that? Never mind being petty back.
Okay, let's bookmark the flag.
What that's about. Yeah, because now you got to write that down and say, okay, this person is not considerate of how I feel. That's bigger than let me go get some food and sit and eat in front of him and make him. No.
Dog, if your man went to go eat without you, knowing good and well that you hungry and he ain't bring nothing back.
If my man went out to go,
it doesn't mean that person is. Don't get me wrong. Yeah, things slip our minds, right? I get it. Totally understand.
But a whole meal, dog.
But I'm
not a whole meal. Hold on. Not a whole meal. Not a whole meal.
Slip our minds. I get it. I totally understand it.
And look, he remembers
you was really hungry.
Your house afterwards.
You need to feed yourself. I get it. Maybe even you was a little tight up. I totally get it. But dog, my stance is this. We don't need to end our relationship, our entire relationship, if I go out and I do the exact same thing keep within mind that you did not get me food.
If it's one time, if you're doing this every other week, yeah, RG.
I'm gonna do it every single time you do it. What do you mean?
All right,
I got me. Hey, look, I forgot you too.
It shouldn't be another time though.
It shouldn't. But guess what? If it happens again, I'm doing it again.
So we're just gonna play this game. We're playing this whole game because of that. That was the game.
Yeah.
Well, He-Man has the input. He-Man.
First of all, if you do it right and you eat and properly clean yourself up, they never know you went out to eat. And we have to promote.
That's very true. That's very true. That's very true.
Welcome to Truly You Spiritual Purpose Events and Coaching, where your journey to discovering your true purpose and embracing your authentic self begins. We offer tailored coaching packages and live virtual events. At Truly You, we focus on 3 key pillars: get into alignment, be strategic, and complete transformation. To unlock your full potential and align your life with your deepest purpose and passions, our holistic approach combines spiritual values with simple strategies to experience a complete transformation. Truly You, empowering women to live authentically and make a positive impact.
Hi.
Welcome back, everybody. And if you are just joining us, we was having a really heated discussion. But I want to give a shout out to everybody that's in the chat. What's up, Brian, Jesse, B, Willie, Justice, Tanya,
Sherrod and Tammy,
Kiki in the building. Kiki, how that song used to go?
Big shout out to Willie.
No. Hey, say dog. Yeah, all that. Cool. Hey, what's up, Kiki? How you feeling? And do you love me? And are you riding? And will you say that you never be? All right. But anyway, look, our relationship shouldn't have to end.
Okay, children, are we ready to get back to the show? Because
I'm gonna fire you up the next time you do that.
So, well, you know what?
Oh, watch this.
I mean, this is a great segue into the actual. This is a great segue.
No, we're in the topic now. Ain't no segue. We in it.
We in it, right? Right, we in it. Emotional abuse.
I feel like I was emotionally
being petty with your partner over some damn food.
Talking about firing me up and harming me because he want to jump all over the show and stuff. I feel abused right now.
You okay? This is a relationship we have.
This is a relationship.
And every week he's gonna be abusing us emotionally.
Gosh.
Hey, listen, let me tell y'all something. Let me tell y'all what y'all not finna do here today. You're not finna paint me in some type of light that I will be on here abusing y'all. Let me tell you.
You said I don't have to take this abuse.
Whatever happened to good old fashioned communication? Why do we have to be petty? And why do we have to do tit for tat? Those are signs of dysfunction. You are operating in a functional space if your thought is to get them back.
You know how much
I don't think that. I think that it's not that. My thought is just to get them back. I think that, listen, if your silly ass decide to go get food without me,
now you're silly.
Then guess what? I'm gonna get food without you too. It is okay. That doesn't mean that our relationship is dysfunctional. We got so many other y'all.
It starts with food.
Understand something. There's so many other
starts with
aspects
food.
of a relationship. There's the spiritual aspect. We can still be in working in tandem together. There's the emotion.
No, go ahead. Because what you're saying segues perfectly into my list.
Okay. Go ahead. Love it. Go ahead.
There's the emotional aspect. There's the suki aspect. There's so many different pieces of the relationship.
The hell's a suki aspect?
And it bleeds in the both.
Somebody in the chat said, "Why it got to be about
spiritually? You didn't know you were supposed to feed me." And guess what? They probably gonna be selfish doing the suki too. I got mine, so when you gonna get
man?
Withholding sex is an emotional. Is an emotional abuse.
Still selfish.
All right.
And it's manipulative.
Because there's a list of things that you
can tell y'all something.
What's up?
Like, it's gonna show.
Hold on. My bad.
What's up?
2 weeks. Yeah, she said it.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. For me, that don't matter. Because guess what? It's only 2 weeks. We're not going to get that far to the point where I have to worry about even being petty with you.
So in 2 weeks, I ain't bringing you no food anyway.
You know what? Thank you.
No,
Thank you.
You might.
Okay, I ain't bringing you no food. I'm 2 weeks. You ain't getting no food.
You might want to cook.
Right.
I'm just saying.
Lady,
you ain't getting.
You dare cook for nobody.
Exactly.
Ladies, make a sandwich.
You ain't cooking for nobody in 2 weeks.
You know. And men too. Men, don't you break no breakfast to that heifer? No, not at all.
Come on. Who not cooking for anybody in 2 weeks?
In 2 weeks? You better. It's fast food, and so is this relationship. Keep moving. What you mean?
Okay.
All right. So y'all want to do this list?
Yes. I'm ready for the list.
All right. Let's talk about this list. We're going because the whole idea is for people to recognize the signs. And I see a sign right next to me, but I'm just saying though. But however,
let me tell you something.
I'm just saying. But anyway, sorry, my bad joke, bad royal. Okay, so signs you might be in a abusive relationship: calling people names, making patronizing comments, publicly embarrassing you, including online.
Oh my God!
Making jokes at your expense, which also may be dismissed as any hurt feelings that may occur.
Making jokes at their expense. Okay.
Belittling your accomplishments, making insults about a person's appearance, putting down your self-interest, insulting or trying to control your clothing, hairstyle, or any physical changes.
Yep.
Let's see, deliberately pulling you in physically, emotionally uncomfortable positions, such as locking you, hitting you over here with a bottle, locking you out your home, stuff like that. Gaslighting and erratic and chaotic behavior. Those are signs, sir.
And I'll add one.
Okay, what you got?
Bringing food home. And they hungry.
Listen, that's on you. That's on you, man.
You see what I'm saying?
You did that.
But, those are all signs of some sort of emotional abuse. Emotional abuse can sometimes be a little worse than physical. I mean, it's all mental.
That statement when they say sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. That is the most false thing you can tell anybody. Words are forever. Bruises forever.
Bruises heal.
Especially if you get hit in the same spot, you'll go numb to it. You can turn that one off.
Yeah,
but words stick with you forever. They replay in your mind for years to come. I mean, any of us can think about just something from our childhood that we just still don't mess with. Like, nope, I don't do it because then and it pops in your head like it was yesterday. Words is forever. That's the worst thing that you can tell yourself is like sticks and stones. No, them things hurt. Emotional trauma is worse than physical because you can kind of get through the physical. It still messes with you, but you can get past it.
I don't know if I could just, what's it called? I would rather somebody call me ugly than to slash my face. I ain't gonna hold you. Like I don't know, dog. I done been through I don't
want to be hit. I don't want to be.
Prefer any of
you know what? A lot of times, people are in emotionally abusive relationships and they don't even realize it. They don't even realize it.
Did you go through what you wanted to highlight, or was it the list?
No, that was the list. No, you guys are perfect.
Okay. So physical abuse is in your face. You know you're getting abused because I'm getting hit. Emotional abuse, it takes its time. Sometimes you don't realize it until you are down in the gutter and you like, how I get it?
Like, cause you like let's say like they talk like the person that you are with or you trying to be with talks to you so crazy, in a way where like it doesn't respect your boundaries, your thought processes, or she says things like "man up" or "oh that hurt." I mean, why you you a little, you know what I'm saying? You
suck it up, buttercup.
There's one thing in there that really, I want to be very clear about something because I gotta throw this in here. Sometimes your significant other is your biggest hater.
Oh yeah.
Every time
never lied about that.
They just diminish your accomplishments. Oh, I see you with your little podcast. I see you got a couple people watch your little podcast, all of that. Dog, sometimes your significant other might just be your biggest hater, and you may need to let that go.
Yeah, you got to watch and see how does your partner support you in what you got going on.
Yeah,
are they rooting for you? Right. Are they team you?
Are you full of anxiety when you want to talk about your accomplishment or what you like? Like anxiety is one thing where a lot of us, we're so used to being dysfunctional. We just like, okay, this is normal. Everybody has social anxiety, but no, if you feel nervous, we like to think, okay, it's just me. I deal with the social anxiety. I'm nervous. I don't want to talk to you, but it's like, no, because everybody don't make you feel that way. You have some people that you can have a conversation with and it's smooth. And there are other people in your life you clam up before you open your mouth about everything. That is a warning sign.
Or you avoid talking about it altogether because of the person you're actually dealing with.
I want to address Kiki's
or they might be triggering a past experience or some deja vu, and you don't know exactly how to
communicate. And you don't know exactly what it is.
But there's something to pay attention to. If you freeze up every time you want to express something, whether it's good or bad, that's something to pay attention to. Where is that coming from?
Kiki said that's the first time her ex said something abusive to her, she left. And you know what? And that's I commend that because you were in a space in your life that you wasn't having it. There's a lot of women whose self-esteem is so low that they can't leave because they look at that because you could have been in a situation where your father was abusive, but you looked at that as love.
Right.
So now when your partner is doing it, he loves me because that's what I know. So you ain't leaving.
A lot of people do that depending on your background. But now, because we have such dysfunctional as normalcy, that's what I said. Like the future moving forward is horrible. These kids don't know how to talk. Think about texting. You don't even have to spell anything anymore. Texting, you can't get like the actual cues and the nonverbal cues.
Yeah, I was gonna
you can't see that person. That's a very cowardly conversation, the texting versus talking. And these people meeting people over the internet, they don't even see them in real life no more. Like we have these really separated like relationships. They're not going to know how to see these things because you can pretend to be whatever you want when your avatar's on. You know what I'm saying? But
I mean, I think that meeting people through the internet is not just as bad of a thing because I mean, if I can weed you out prior to me like having to meet you up in person, it'd be a blessing. Like for real, like.
But bro, you got the tools to do it though. Everybody doesn't have the same tools.
Right, because you ask questions.
You know what I'm saying? YouTube is right there. Learn how to have a conversation with people to where you can resonate with what it is with where you're going or who you are and what it is that you want to do in your life, and they'll even be supportive for different things. Like having those hard conversations, like I mean, bro, we said this so many times, but literally doing that or doing a certain level of hard conversing at the beginning will in fact make the rest of it smooth sailing. And this for everybody else. Me, 2 weeks. I don't want none of this.
In 2 weeks, you ain't having those hard conversations. In 2 weeks, you just getting started. Like what?
But that hard conversation,
in 2 days,
the hard conversation needs to be the one that you have with yourself first.
I'll put that on the board for you.
Like,
talk about it. The one with yourself.
The one you have with yourself, because we just put ourselves out there because we think that that's what you're supposed to do. We already live in a society that has taught us that there's a way to structure your life. Okay, high school, college, and then the career, and then the picket fence, and the marriage and dog. You may not even want a dog. You probably don't need like a White House. Like, you don't have to do your life the same way that people that we're taught to do it, right? But people don't slow down. You think you're supposed to be in a relationship. No, you might be stronger by yourself, and I'm gonna guarantee you are gonna be stronger by yourself, because your life, it goes down. You go down the totem pole when you get into relationships and start having children and dogs and pets and responsibilities. So no, that's not true. So you need to have a conversation with yourself first. What is it that you want and what's important to you? And can I talk? If I don't know how to answer a question when somebody says, asks me something, you probably shouldn't be trying to communicate with somebody else and blending your life. If you don't know what you want for yourself, then you probably shouldn't be in a relationship. If you can't accept a compliment, you already been emotionally abused, and you probably shouldn't be in a relationship. So the conversation should go inwards first. If you can't answer these questions confidently and clearly, you already setting yourself up for a bad situation already. Either you're going to deal with a whole bunch of crap, or you're going to present a whole bunch of crap.
A whole bunch of it. You ain't never lied.
You're making a big mess.
Like y'all understand that the majority of us have dealt with some trauma from childhood into our adulthood, or maybe not from childhood, but whatever. And I feel like you have to have those conversations with the person that you're intentionally trying to be with. Like if you have those
like to, don't you? Even if it's 2 weeks, wouldn't you want to know if they like to burn dogs and puppies with fire? Like,
excuse me.
I'm the same. I've heard some crazy stories.
I used to burn dogs in the backyard.
Interviews with other
not
people.
Me. Not me. Not me.
I want to know. I want to know.
I'm saying.
Line one. Peter,
and someone said that to you. I love dogs. I see my dog walking around here. Stop playing with me.
Man, I've heard some really crazy stuff. You'll be surprised. Like, all right, like how easy this one. I got my stories. I have talked to people where you're like, why would you say that to me as soon as you meet me? This is the most crazy, bizarre combinations of stuff. You'd be like, you used to do what? Or you've been through what kind of situation? I mean, it's scary. Being like, and you were bold enough to just tell me that over lunch? Like, okay, yeah, let's not. I don't need you to forget.
Not me. I love dogs.
Until a match is involved. Yes, we understand.
Yeah, I love dogs. I love dogs. I'm gonna get the dog, right? I love dogs.
You done been with somebody for a month, they talking regular and it's cool.
400 degrees
and then something else, then all of a sudden they'll be like, yeah,
you know, get my dog out the oven.
Box. Your mom used to put you in the ice box. Yeah, that was
in the ice box, right?
Yeah, you be like, you can't find that kind of crazy stuff every time. You can't
have
find
an
it
ice box where my mom used to be.
Yeah, you just be like, is that why you always shake and tremor when we walk past the freezer? Like, is that
anxiety? Triggers and traumas, they go hand in hand.
Yeah, you just be like, oh, okay. Everybody got their stuff. And most of us don't deal with this. So like, even with just a short period of time, you're not going to find out those deep truths. But Lord golly, they are out there. Like folks
are
so is that why my man just got freeze-dried food all the time? Because he don't want to touch the freezer? He ain't got no refrigerator in the script? Okay,
yeah, I'm telling you, I've heard some of the most bizarre triggers. I've seen it. Like, have you ever just like been talking to somebody and you just kind of watch them space out with certain wording? Or when they get into certain conversations, like, you know, you can tell with some people when you act, because, all right, Ezell, you an interviewer. Matter of fact, all of y'all like to ask questions. You ain't never met somebody who just refused to answer your question? Like, they just kind of went somewhere else?
And even if you reword it or anything like that, it is because a lot of people are media trained. You know, they know exactly what it is that their brand wants them to display. And so they stay within those parameters.
Okay, see, now that's a professional talk, but what about the folks on the street that you're talking to? Because I'm sure you
that's just people that are just anxious avoidant. That's all.
See,
you know, they'll try to depart from whatever it is that you're talking about, or, you know, if they don't know what it is that they're talking about, they'll switch the topic and, you know, do something it is that they know about. But yeah, that's really that's all it is.
Right, but it's not just anxiety. You know, anytime you get triggered, whether it's like extreme happiness or extreme concern and pain, that trigger comes from an emotional response, but it comes from a source. It comes down to a source, and all of it you can find if you take the time to find out, well, what makes me do that, and you'll be surprised the stuff that causes triggers and just responses in us as adults. I'm talking about like simple stuff that you can like if you have or like you know how we were talking about truth. We care about people being honest.
Right.
You may not even realize that your mom yelled at you extremely, like for not doing, like lying about not doing the dishes. Like she just hardcore went in on you, like, oh my God, you dude, I can't believe that you just like your father. And you don't know that triggered you. So now you're going to always be honest. You're going to be extra honest with everyone you talk about because your mom scared the living crap out of you for not telling the truth when you were 7. Like our stuff gets, it comes from a lot of different experiences, and we hold on to it and we never know exactly where it even comes from.
Where it comes from.
We give ourselves excuse like, I'm just an honest person. No, you're not just an honest person because you're telling way too many truths on your first date. Like, why are you doing that? That's coming from something.
I will say this. Dad wasn't there to watch this because he recognized the signs and left. You're welcome.
That means you came from a healthy environment.
Right.
Chaos,
they don't deal with old psycho.
They be like, it's Tuesday in my house. We always
certain things for some people, they're being emotionally abused, and if to them it's like, oh, this is normal because
it's Tuesday.
This happened in my house. I grew up with this.
Sarcasm to me, because that was also one of the red flags. To me, sarcasm and those quick-witted jokes are one of the hugest things that are huge signs for emotional abuse. Yeah. Because it's disrespectful. They don't care about your feelings because I just need to get this off of my chest. Folks will be like, oh, well, I'm just raw or I'm a bitch. Those who they're telling you up front, I don't care about your feelings and I'm gonna say whatever I need to say. That is abuse. It's not confidence. It's not confidence at all. It's abusive, okay? It lacks compassion, and it is a true sign that if I can't talk to you right and I don't care how you feel, then why would I not put my hands on you? Why would I not hit you with a bottle or hit you with my car? Like I didn't care about you with just the small stuff, so why would I care about you with the larger stuff? People who joke around like being like, don't make me choke you. Excuse me, what? If you can joke about choking me, you can probably put your hands on me.
I mean, wait. Hold on. Joking about choking somebody can be in a different viewed in a different light, especially if you're a significant other that enjoys the choking, you know, during certain
they are probably dysfunctional. Like, okay, my daddy
because they enjoy being choked.
Yes. Think about it this way. In what world is the nature of choking healthy,
in what
exciting,
world is the nature of choking good?
50 Shades of Grey in the building. Right on.
It's a thin line between pain and pleasure, you know.
I mean, I'm about to say, y'all, like, am I alone in this here? I'm not crazy, am I?
No, it is a defense mechanism.
Gaslighting, another sign of abuse.
People who have been abused, people who have been sexually abused, raped in like early stages turn out to be promiscuous. So they look like they the thought and they want to be the diva because they were raped at 7. You don't know that part. They switch their mechanism to control it so that they could be in control. So when you see somebody being sarcastic like that, like, ooh, I like choking, they probably went through something where it didn't feel too good, and that's their version of controlling it on their time now. But at no point cutting off somebody's oxygen to the point of passing out is a healthy, good thing. No, if you're dealing with somebody who likes that, then guess what? That might be the same chick and or man that will hit you with a bottle. They clearly like pain and don't mind it. That's a sign. It's not just sex. That is something to worry about.
I'm just a wrestling fan, but now I can't tell somebody.
But I don't know if I 100% agree with it.
That is something.
I was like, there's like a whole community that's dedicated to like. So what about women? What about people that like spanking?
Exact same thing. It wasn't cool when they was 11 and 12 when their mom used to pop them in their face.
Listen, that sounds like a boring ass sex life to me.
That does. So like, what? It's supposed to be just front? Like missionary.
That's it.
The entire time.
You know what? Let me say it this way.
Here, sign this permission slip. I don't want to violate your civil rights.
There is a whole different level. When you're with the right person that's with you, like you said, the one that you can tell all your secrets to, that can support you, that's not jealous when you are leveling up because they know that they got your back and you got theirs. There's a whole different level of intimacy that even sexually, it is out of this world. It is not the same thing, and you don't even need to do other things. Not that they don't happen, but I'll be danged if you're gonna put your hands on me and think it's gonna be sexy. No, it's not cute. Go ahead and swing this way if you want to. It's gonna be different. It ain't gonna
I do believe it's a fine line between it, but I also think that people find pleasure in these things, and it's not abusive.
They find pleasure because they are trying to get over it.
But even if that's the case, I mean, if it's enjoyable to them, is it a bad thing?
So let's say you're freaks, y'all all freaks. So let's say, because then it's a different level. Let's say that you enjoy, some. You like it a little rough, right? You like it a little rough. It's exciting. But what if the person that you're with likes it a little rougher? Like, let's say you just like to be, just touched a little bit and in that caress and hold. But they want to see you black out because it turns them on. Like, I want your eyes to go
different.
But no, but
it's a rear naked
going into a whole nother dimension.
No, but this is why I say with communication, if you sign up and you play these games, nobody usually asks you that details. If you sell somebody, I like to get hit. They didn't ask you to how much degree do you want me to.
I don't know, but
you can't. But the thing is, before you engage with them sexually, they can in fact tell you how hard they want to be hit. Like, it'll be like, oh, okay. Well,
most people just pop up like,
I think there's things called safe words. There's things called
like there's like a whole.
That's what people that are probably either responsible.
I mean, I ain't trying to put my business out there.
Now look, you talk about safe words and stuff. That's probably came from somebody who has either been responsible or actually only almost killed somebody, and now they're trying to cover themselves.
Or mistakenly hit with an uppercut.
I'm with the safe word thing, but.
No. We can't just say that they could almost kill somebody.
I'm gonna say something. I'm gonna give a little
learn about safe words because
I got a little bit of a secret, right? It sounds a little weird because I do have weird things that I do. I used to do as a kid. When you get a scab and you cut and it heals and the scab, I used to find pleasure in peeling the scab when I was a kid. I don't know where it came from, but
cutters.
Yeah, I wouldn't say I didn't cut, but I just taking the skin. And I know a lot of kids did that.
Right, but every kid doesn't do that. And I promise it comes from somewhere. Some people have
as an adult. I don't do that anymore.
Maybe the place where it comes from is that
where everybody is screaming. Everybody is
screaming. I might have replaced that with something else.
I was about to say, like, maybe I just saw this on something and I was like, oh, that looks cool. I want to try it out. And then when I tried it for myself, oh, it works. This brings me pleasure. I enjoy doing this. So it doesn't always have to be from something like some childhood trauma that I experienced. It really could have been like, hey, I watched this and I said, oh, that seems kind of cool.
Oh, it seems kind of fun, right?
You know what? Go ahead and pass my number. Give me 15 minutes on it. I'm gonna find out exactly.
I'm just saying, this is something that you never even thought about doing, and then you see something, you're like, There's some things that
I saw somebody go on a roller coaster. I've never ever been before. Now I'm like, oh, that looks kind of cool. Let me try it out. I figured out that I like it, so now I go on roller coasters.
I do it again, right?
Hey, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's the same thing. I watched an adult video. I saw they were trying something out that I was like, okay, man, I want to try this out. Next time I'm in an adult situation.
Look like they were having a good time.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. That is a whole different conversation because one, they were paid for. So there's a whole lot of things that ain't fun in real life.
That's the thing.
I'm good enough, I might get paid too.
Okay. I understand you trying to take it to the darker side of that, and I get that. But if we stick to where the goalpost currently is, which is that, hey, there are other ways of you.
I hear you, Kiki.
There's other ways of you like figuring out that you want to try things sexually, such as choking, spanking, etc., without you having to be choked, spanked, and beaten and all this other stuff when you was a kid.
So everybody that does this is now going to think that something's wrong with them. So because something wrong with
what about now? Because y'all got to think about the world that we live in now. The access to social media, the different fetishes, like you can see people like necrophilia. You know what that is?
Yeah, they having sex with dead bodies, but who do you know is?
I don't know about people.
Necrophilia, like
that's right. They're out there.
What part of the internet are you on? Like,
but I'm saying this. Damn near everybody got some sort of trauma that triggers or causes them to behave in certain types of ways. My thing is, if you are in a situation where you're being harmed and death can occur, I don't know if that's something that you should be doing. But people have healthy sex lives, and they do these things.
But you have to think about it, because when I say that this bleeds open to other areas, because this is the point, this is really the point, and it's not even a sexual thing. If I have shown you that I don't mind putting my hands around your neck, what keeps me from doing it when I get mad at you during an argument?
What if that never happens?
Like this,
or your partner can fight.
And you together for 50 years.
What I said at the beginning? Know your partner.
Because I mean,
your partner
outside of the bedroom. And listen, outside of the bedroom, if I put my hands on that woman, she will boobop me to death. She know she can shoot, she can stab, and she can fight. But inside
or I'm never going to sleep at home ever again.
So I mean, if we want me to put in a don't let nobody do that to you.
They want me to run bottom to the
if they show you, because you have to pay attention to what people will show you that they are capable of. You know what I'm saying? And if you see that somebody is capable of doing that when the circumstances really get heated, they've already shown you that.
But here's the thing. But both parties are willing. It's not like they're doing it and you're not receiving it because you like it too.
On the day that you,
so we're talking about
they got mad at you or you triggered them and they just choked you out, they probably didn't.
I'm triggered, y'all. I'm triggered a little
bit. But that's because you're looking at it in just the sexual portion. Like I said, and that one, if it's in a mutual agreement, then you're lucky. But a lot of people don't just have these full-blown discussions before they have the intimate relationship. And you only know that your partner likes it a little bit rough to you when he don't let go, or when she don't let go, or when they make a sideways request. My thing is, even when I talk about the healthy thing, there are things when you are confident and really healthy, when you are healthy, there are certain things that will not get your attention. You don't even get curious about. You don't go wander. How do I fulfill this thought or action? You don't need it because you don't come from a place of lack. So you're not curious. You're not searching for this affection, searching for this love. And that's how people get in trouble, because you're trying to figure this out. I wonder what will happen when, you're going to find out.
Wait, dog.
And you have to just think it stays as sex, but sex is not the only part of our human nature. That's a piece.
There are certain things that you have to be careful of, because that could be a form of control, and it could be also a form of manipulation if someone is doing that to you in a sexual manner. And then it could turn into a level of control.
Have you seen S&M videos? Everybody that don't watch, have you seen that?
Listen. Let me just take myself out the equation, because I gotta take myself out of this.
You gotta relax, homie.
Because some of them things get extreme, where it's like, I really want you to beat me into submission. That's
what certain people want. That's what they like.
And they might be coming from a place of trauma.
From them growing up and that happening to them, they could have saw it and were like, oh, I like this. I like this community. I like what I'm seeing here. They could have been invited to a sex club, watched it, and said, "Oh, okay, I think I want to engage in that." And now, but
it does come from somewhere, though. It does come from somewhere.
Everything you're saying is definitely
it does come from
somewhere. How it happens. You see it, you get triggered. But I'm telling you, a healthy spirit is not attracted to negativity. That's really it's not attracted to negativity. There are certain like Ezel. Mm-hmm. You are a professional man with so many different talents. There are certain words that you don't never let anybody say to you, man or woman. There's certain words that you're not going to let somebody put you down and call you out on, period. And that's because you are at a different level. You know what I'm saying? You're at a different level than somebody who's just like, no, I can't have anything, and I'm always just going to sit here and be at home, and you can disrespect me all the way. No, and that's what I'm saying. It's a difference between when you are in a healthy position versus being used to abuse. When you're used to it, yeah, you're going to have some crazy things you like to do because that's the space that you live and function in. When you upgrade and you level up, that kind of activity does not continue.
Agreed.
Interesting.
I don't know. I'm just saying.
I don't know, dog. You know, I respect it. You know, don't get me wrong.
Right. I'm not knocking it, but I'm not necessarily trying it either. But I'm just saying.
It can be fun when you need it.
It can be fun, but it also can be.
Put it down.
It can be fun, but you have to be careful that you don't cross the line into abuse.
Yeah, that's the thing. It can be that too. That literally leads into like a whole consent. Literally is a thing. You know what I'm saying? If you don't have consent, then you are abusing the person. You know what I mean? So like that is why, like, for to hear that, it's like, oh, okay, well, you ask, you have those conversations in regards to, hey, are we even on the same page when it comes to this? You know what I'm saying? Like that way you can in fact engage in those actions with them with that person, and it be a comfortable environment, and you both can come away saying, okay, we did this, we enjoyed it, we can do this again in the future. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it just, like, I don't know, man, it kind of just like wipes away the fact that, hey, there are in fact people that do you know, that do it for the enjoyment, and they
have healthy sex lives.
Yeah, and they have healthy, happy sex lives. Happy sex lives. The only time that the relationship is unhealthy is when Shorty steps out to go get food without her man.
Well played, sir. Well played. Put down the board for you. Good call back, sir.
I mean, if you're not living your life according to what the Bible says, you know, just straight and narrow, then these are not things that
I am very doomed.
You know what? Let's go ahead and call it here, because if I start talking,
I'm just saying.
Like 6 people.
No, Michelle, with what you're saying, it's one thing with the straight and narrow, but I promise you, the lessons of life are not on that straight road. You don't get off the road to find out. You know what I'm saying? You're allowed to make mistakes. You're allowed to go back and explore and figure it out. You're supposed
to let the rest stop. I ain't even got back on the road yet. I'm trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
But at some point, you got to come back to that same.
You need to get on the road.
You might veer off a couple times, and then you come back, and then you got to walk that straight line again.
You got to get
sometimes when you veer off, it's kind of fun over there.
And look, if you want to go play in the woods, go ahead. But just know that you're doing that.
You want to stay a while? I don't get that.
I know. I definitely know. Just like you're doing it, it's fun. Sorry.
No,
but sometimes what's fun or what feels good to you is not
good for you.
Yeah, it's not always good for you.
I mean, all right, think about it this way. And this one, I'm gonna go and just hit home, because all of us have kids. We're joking around this, right? Because we are mature adults, like you said, who are going to get consent. We know what it is that we're doing, and we know what we're trying to get out of it. But would you tell your kids, this is how you have sex? This is how you carry out a relationship?
To a jail cell.
No, I would tell my kid, I would tell him, hey, make sure you have consent. If there are things that you like to do, ask before you do those things. Make sure you step up. Make sure you are protected. Make sure you respect that person's boundaries. And if at any point in time she says, stop, no,
get out of
whatever,
there.
Stop, no, whatever, and don't play with it.
Nope.
Go.
Don't be like, well, I'm waiting for the
don't
play around.
Your own. Go. Just leave. Go in the bathroom. Rub it out. Duck.
No, get out the crib.
Like,
go back to your crib and rub whatever you got.
You know what I mean.
Get the hell out of there.
You don't get caught in it, because that could easily go left. And you know, and I have a daughter, so you know.
See, all right. See, the advice that I give them. Well, it's one thing where it's like, okay, you're not supposed to put your hand on a woman, right? You don't want to be fighting nobody's man and this, that, and the other. But the thing is, don't let nobody come to, like, get real close to you. You always keep people off your person, right? Like, protect yourself all the time. And I'm always going to say, pay attention to those flags. Those things that people make those sly comments about, that sarcasm, that little dark humor,
watch out
that is your segue to a dark person. So pay attention to that. Don't think that it's cute and it's funny, and don't just give the hope that they might change because I'm cool and we're just gonna, have a good time. No, they letting you know that this is some damaged goods up front. You need to pay attention to that.
What do you mean by
most people are not caught off guard?
Because I have a pretty dark, morbid sense of humor. So what do you mean by dark humor?
I think I kind of.
What do I mean by dark humor? Like I said, just folks, if like I said, if people's pettiness is a little bit more, like it's one thing when you say like to go get some food, right? But what if this person goes get your favorite food and then they spike it with a drug just because we want to be
just
that's dark humor.
No,
that's a crime.
No, you gonna die because you ain't bringing me no food.
No, look, I say that because, and you see with these different TikToks, folks are steady trying to be people. The same way that we can look up, on Google and get new information on how to communicate with people, they're looking up other stuff. These kids now, these people now, with all this, with social media, they are finding way more inappropriate ways to handle.
You're right though, because this is a different time. We're living in a different time. So being petty can lead to something that is a whole different situation. So one day is I'm gonna go and bring some food because you
that's
bring
pettiness,
and the next day it's I'm gonna put some
cyanide
in your damn drink, and you see how you like that?
That's what I'm saying.
So
folks are on different stuff.
Listen, when I said
he can start an entire cycle of
to the chat. I wanted to be very clear to the chat that look, when I say dark humor, I'm talking about like jokes like my grief counselor died. He was so good that I don't even care.
Right.
Dark humor.
You know what?
Dark humor, like that. Y'all talk about putting drugs in people's food. Come back and kill them.
We're talking about things that could ultimately be detrimental to the individual if you're not careful. So little petty games. We think it's petty. That's dysfunction and it's not healthy. Like
petty don't make you be petty. So what if you deal with somebody who's like they good with that, they real petty? Then you're going to outdo them. Petty makes you want to be petty. That's just how it works. It makes you
kind of works that way.
When you're dealing with somebody like let's say they do something more. It's not just the food. Like they do something that really kind of sting a little bit. You are naturally going to want to one up them.
Now I gotta get you back because this is the game. Are we on it? Okay.
So let's say that person didn't get the message, right? Like that person now they think it's a game. Like tit for tat was just one tit for tat. Y'all tit for tat, tit for tat, tit for tat. And like, let's say the other person actually likes this game of pettiness.
There's a lot of people
like that where they look forward to trying to shock you. Just a shock factor. People are thriving off of this crap. They really are.
They do. And you're saying it's just food, but it's not just food. It's the act. It's the pettiness. It's not cool.
They want to be creative.
Like that's right. I'm gonna get you better than you got me. So first is food, and what's next?
It's like, when do you cut it off? Because when you say yes to it, you sign up for the crap. You sign up for the game. Because there are some people that really they like it. They like this stuff. I've met a lot of people, especially now. The abuse is so normal. It is fun to them. That's the kind of stuff we tell ourselves to get through trauma. This is fun. I'm good at it. This is fun. It's like, how about the fact that this is not good? You shouldn't be doing this. This is not okay. This is not normal. It's your normal because you deal with it.
Right.
Hey, what was the domestic abuse hotline number again?
Boom, here you go.
For those of y'all, once again, who are in any domestic violence situations, when you run this back, please don't hesitate to call us number 800-799-7233. Once again, that's 800-799-7233. Get you the help that you deserve.
And the web address is at the bottom.
And recognize it, and make sure that you're in a space to recognize when you're in an emotionally abusive relationship, because sometimes it could go over your head if you're not careful.
Trust yourself.
Watch out for little things. Yeah, little things like food and petty.
Trust yourself. Look,
backwards. We got jokes, but we need y'all to come back and be alive, and that's the key. We might joke around a lot, but we're dead ass when it comes to stuff like this. If you feel like you see those signs in your partner, then you need to take action now and don't play with it. Yeah, we joke around, but real talk, go on here, get the knowledge you need. There's a lot of tools on that website on the bottom of the screen. and get yourself healthy, because the whole idea is for us is to make sure we all live a better life and we can laugh and talk and fellowship like we do. So don't play with it.
Because unhealthy is not cool. A healthy relationship does not feel bad. It doesn't hurt. It's none of those things. It's not petty. I'm real talk. I'm making a joke. If someone is not considerate of how you feel, that's a problem. If they do it once, they'll continue to do it. They will continue to do it over and over again.
Indeed.
And for yourself.
And for yourself.
If you like to be petty, if you think poking at somebody and cracking jokes on a regular basis, if everything that you have to say is sarcasm, and I want to let you know that you are the abuser.
Ooh.
And I'm going to stare right into the camera. You are the abuser. Because it's not funny and it's not a game.
It's not a game.
You think it's funny, but let's look at the person you're talking about.
We're talking about the people that are being abused. What about the ones that are the abusers that could be on here watching us right now?
That's how bullies
might be talking to you.
You know what I'm saying? But that's how bullies work. Somebody abuses them and they take it out on everybody else. So are you the bully? Are you the abuser? And that's real talk. That's real talk. If you think everything is funny, it's not. If that person that you're looking at is not smiling and you're giggling,
everything ain't funny.
You might be the abuser. Period. Just because you didn't put your hand on them, but you still made that sly remark, you need to check yourself.
You know how many people have said, I didn't hit her, or I didn't hit him.
Yeah.
So how am I abusive?
It's called emotional abuse.
It's called the emotional abuse. And that's
relationships, everybody, relationships is every interaction with another person. It is not just your mate and your spouse. It is your mom, your dad, your sister, your brother, your cousin, your neighbor, your coworker, your employer. These are all relationships. If you're interacting with another person, it is a relationship and it should be healthy.
And it should be helping. And we done went way over time, guys.
But it's worth it though. We did it for a good cause.
This is a show that needed to go over. So then I definitely appreciate everybody that stayed on and rock with us. Shout out one last time to the chat, because y'all keep us going.
No doubt.
A lot of people in the chat. And
we forget to tell everybody, sorry y'all, because we didn't mean to not tell y'all and stuff, but this is
special
the last show for the season. We will be back in May, prompt, like very prompt. We are coming. We're going to still peak and we're going to be looking for you guys throughout April, but we are going on a break. We're not going nowhere. We're going to be back. We're going to be strong, and we're going to have some more really entertaining and educational topics for you guys. And we're going to make sure we speak to your spirits. This is not just about what's funny. We take very serious and educating you guys and making sure that you are supported, that you are nurtured, that you are loved, and that you are empowered. That is our point and purpose of doing this. Our community needs help, and that's what we are here to do. So
May 1st
look at the show. Look at the replays, enjoy everything, and we're going to be back in April.
We will be back in May. But also, if you
April.
love what we're doing,
Peterborough,
go ahead and donate to the show on our PayPal at RGames. I make sure you are subscribing and liking and sharing to our platform, the United Front, not just the individual podcast. Make sure you're subscribing to the United Front on YouTube. If you have anything that you want us to talk about, because when we come back, it's going to be Mental Health Month. So you know we going in. We going in. So if you got anything that you want us to talk about, any topics that y'all want us to just touch on, email us at weareunited@myyahoo.com. And it's been cool rocking with y'all and my co-host. I love it. Y'all gonna see us though. We're not going too y'all gonna still pop up. Y'all gonna see our faces. We're not disappearing, but y'all gonna see us. We'll be coming back with new content, and we love y'all. I love my co-host. I love my co-host.
Y'all my people, man.
And go follow us, y'all. Y'all see all of our tags on our page, and we're gonna see y'all next season.
Oh, I guess I should do the outro, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, man.
I was in my feels. I was like,
it's time for that. It's time for that.
Yeah. Hey, y'all, make sure y'all on the lookout for the fentanyl in the eggs.
Fentanyl in the eggs.
Yeah, that's the name of this, because
I don't know.
Because people apparently be putting drugs inside people.
We're gonna have a conversation with Mr. Moon, y'all.
Well played.
All right.
He got me too. Damn, he got me. I was like, fentanyl in the eggs. Yeah.
Peace, y'all.